Hi everyone, my name is JT Pilot, and today I'll be making another video. This time we'll be doing the 39th Jacksonville Fictional Airport date, and this is for December of 2024. And in today's video we'll be doing a Christmas special video, as we have several Christmas themed models. Not really Christmas themed models, but a lot of aircraft from northern regions of the world, such as Canada and Scandinavia. So that'll be something a little different at this video, and also I included several subscriber routes. So if you want a subscriber route to my airport, use the Google form description below, so I can give you a shout out with your route. So that is pretty cool indeed. So yeah, so nonetheless, we'll be starting off with all the aircraft taxiing around, and then we'll be proceeding on to the terminal. So let's get started. Starting off, the first aircraft is this Air Canada Airbus A330-300 on runway 34. So yes, the Canadian wide-bodies have made their return to Jacksonville for the winter season, so that's pretty exciting. So maybe in the future we'll see the 787 or 777. But in today's video, we just have the A330-300. So this aircraft will be doing the flight over to Toronto Pearson today. And yes, and Air Canada's got some interesting fleet shakeups, including them reintroducing their 767s into their fleet. So maybe I'll get one of those to do a route to Jacksonville, and they'll be moving all their 747 MAX dates to Air Canada Rouge. So that's going to be different. And yes, and those changes will be affecting my airport because Air Canada in real life likes to send wide bodies to sun destinations and Rouge aircraft. So something to note. Anyways, moving on to your next aircraft here, the Delta Airbus E319, the baby bus. And this aircraft will be doing the flight out to Boston. And then we have the Spirit Airbus A320neo. He's doing the flight today out to Newark. That's a beautiful NG model. Moving on to your next aircraft here, the Air Canada Express CRJ900. And this aircraft will be doing the flight out to Montreal today. So that is a pretty cool regional flight there. So yeah. Proceeding on to your next aircraft here, the WestJet 737-800 in the old livery. And this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Edmonton. And then we have the Air Canada, not Air Canada, here the Air Transat Airbus A321LR. And he'll be doing the flight today out to Montreal. And then we have the Caribbean 737 MAX 8 way in the back of the airport. And this aircraft will be doing the flight out to Port of Spain today. Seeing on to some more taxiing aircraft here, the Finnair Airbus A350-900. And he'll be doing the flight out to Helsinki today. So yes, grateful to feature Finnair once again. So that is another Christmas themed model there. Moving on to your next aircraft here, the Southwest 737-700 in the Arizona 1 livery. So always grateful to feature this aircraft. He's just riding in from Tucson and be soon heading out to Burbank. Moving on to our next model. This is our first subscriber on today's video. We have several of them. So here we have the Canada Jetlines Airbus A320-200, and he'll be doing the flight today out to Canadian Rockies International, or JP Picks, the aviation's airport. So it is a seasonal route, so this will last for the winter time. So grateful to use this C model there. So what a beautiful model. Moving on to your next aircraft here, the JetBlue Airbus A320 in the Spotlight livery. And this aircraft has just arrived in from South Florida Airport and making a return flight out there, or Aviation 25 is this airport. Another good subscriber out there is a fictional airport. Those last two were fictional airports, so you can submit fictional airport routes as well, because this. And if you didn't notice, this Jacksonville Fictional Airport Day is a fictional airport. I get a lot of people that believe this is a real life Jacksonville, and it is not. Moving on to the next aircraft here, we have the United 787-9, and he will be doing the flight today out to Vienna in Austria. So hopefully I'll be able to get an Austrian model soon. But United will be operating the Austrian flights for now over at my fictional airport. And moving on to our next aircraft here, the United Express CRJ550, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Cleveland and be soon making a return flight out there. So yeah, sorry about the angle on that one. And we'll be backtracking a little bit. So proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we have the Southwest 737-800, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Baltimore and be soon heading out to Denver or NBS's Aviation's airport. Proceeding on to the next model, here we have the Avianca Airbus A320-200, and this aircraft today will be heading out to Bogota in Colombia. So grateful to feature that aircraft once again. Moving on to your next aircraft here, the United 737-900ER. This aircraft has just arrived in from San Francisco. We're soon making the return flight out there. Moving on to your next aircraft here, the Delta 767-300ER. So what a wonderful NG model. This aircraft today will be doing a domestic wide-body flight out to Atlanta. So Atlanta's been seeing a lot of demand during the winter season, so Delta is sending the 767s on that route. And proceeding on to our next model, here you have the Alaska 737-800, and he's taxiing out for a flight today out to San Diego. Moving on to your next aircraft, here I had the Edelweiss Airbus A340. Yeah, the pilot's a little bit off on the taxiway there, don't mind that. Yeah, I don't know what the captain's doing on this flight. But this Edelweiss Airbus A340 will be heading out to Zurich today, so that is a really, that's a really cool flight there. And yeah, I hope to get an Edelweiss E350 soon. Hopefully, NG will do one, or I'll just wait for the Aviation 401. So, because Edelweiss will be soon ending their A340 flights. So they'll be retiring their A340 aircraft. So that's going to be really sad when the day comes. But we're going to feature this aircraft as many more times as I can over at my fictional airport. Moving on to the next aircraft, here you have the JetBlue Airbus E220-300, and this aircraft will be heading out to Albany today. Just touching down the runway here, I have the Frontier Airbus A321 in America's greenest airline liveries. I believe this is Edward the Bald Eagle. What a great Air Classic smile. This aircraft is just touched down from San Juan in Puerto Rico. Proceeding on to the next aircraft, here at the Air France Boeing 787-9, and he will be doing the flight today out to Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport. And proceeding on to your next model, here we have the Southwest 737-MAX 8 in the Desert Gold Retro livery. And this aircraft today will be doing the flight we'll send this aircraft out to Chicago Midway, and he just arrived in from St. Louis or RC Miles in Moore's Airport. Move on to your next aircraft, here the Aeromexico 737-800, and he'll be doing the flight today out to Mexico City. And moving on to your next aircraft, here the American 737-MAX 8, and he has just arrived in from Chicago O'Hare. And moving on to your next aircraft, here the Emirates Boeing 777-200LR, and he has just arrived in from Dubai International Airport. And proceeding on to your next model, here we have the Norse Boeing 787-9, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Oslo in Norway. Moving on to your next aircraft, it can't be a Christmas update without the Alice Air 747-400, so it's got to deliver all the packages to, it's got to deliver all the packages to all the Christmas trees across the world. So this Alice Air 747-400 has just arrived in from Anchorage, Alaska, and he'll be soon heading up to the North Pole, and he's going to pick up some packages for Santa. So, for Santa delivered to the millions of children across the world. And moving on to your next aircraft, here we have the United Airbus E319, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Houston, and will be soon making a return flight out there. Proceeding on to some aircraft over at the hard stand. So these aircraft they're parked over here awaiting their gates, just because we are a little over capacity today at the airport, so we got to move some aircraft to the hard stands. And yes, there's a foil for those two hard stands, but the American A320 is on the grass for now, so just don't mind that. Anyway, so starting off our first aircraft here, you have the United 737-MAX 8, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Washington Dulles, and will be soon making a return flight out there in a few hours, so he'll get towed over to Terminal 1. Then we have the JetBlue Airbus A320 in the high-rise tail, and this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Fort Lauderdale or Red Bull 33_11's airport. And then we have the American Airbus A321. This aircraft has just arrived in from, Los Angeles, and we soon making a return flight out there. And proceeding on to some more taxiing aircraft here, the Porter Embraer E195-E2, and this aircraft will be heading out to Ottawa later today. Moving on to the next aircraft here, the JetBlue Airbus A321 in the Mint livery. This aircraft will say he has just arrived in from New York John F. Kennedy, and will be soon making a return flight out there, or Southwest Flyers 345's airport. Moving on to the next aircraft, and this aircraft's a little out of place, but here we have the Norwegian 737-800, and in the Freddie Mercury tail, rest in peace, Freddie Mercury. Anyways, this aircraft will be heading out to North Pole today, so he's going to have to make some stopovers along the route, but we'll say he's going to make a stopover in Greenland, so he's going to transport something else to North Pole, so we'll see what happens there, so. With that aircraft. Move on to the next aircraft here, the Southwest 737-MAX 8. We'll say this aircraft is just riding from San Antonio in Texas, and we soon making a return flight out to New Orleans in in Louisiana. And moving on to the next aircraft here, the Icelandair 737 MAX 8. And he'll be doing the flight today out to Reykjavik. And that's it for all the taxiing aircraft. Let's proceed on to Terminal 1. And proceeding on to Terminal 1, so we do have one brand new model over here. So start with the first aircraft here, the United Airbus A321 Neo, and he'll be heading out to Chicago here. What a beautiful NG model, and hint, this might be one of the best models of the year. That's a hint to our next video I'll be doing, so stay tuned for the Model of the Year awards. Moving on to our next aircraft here, you have the United 737 MAX 9 in the Evil Blue livery. So this is our sole new engine model in today's video, our sole new model from any manufacturer. So yeah, what a beautiful model here. Grateful to finally have an NG United 737 MAX 9. So this aircraft has just arrived in from Denver and be soon making a return flight out there. What a beautiful model. Yeah, really have liked NG's 737 offerings from United. Moving on to the next aircraft here, the NG United 757-200, another beautiful model. And this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Los Angeles or ATL Spires Airport. And our next aircraft up is the Air Canada Airbus A320 in the two-space livery. And this aircraft will be doing the flight out to Vancouver today, so another Christmas-themed aircraft. Moving on to the next aircraft, your United Boeing 767-400ER. And this aircraft today will be doing the flight out to Lisbon in Portugal. So another new route there. So United wants to expand their international offerings over at Jacksonville. And they're filling in for TAP Portugal on that one. So hopefully I'll get a TAP Portugal A330neo soon. So moving on to the next aircraft, we have the Lufthansa Airbus A350-900. And this aircraft will be heading out to Munich. And then we have the American 777-200ER. And he'll be doing the flight out to London Heathrow. We got another subscriber route up here. We have the JetBlue Airbus A321neo, and he'll be heading out to Grand Eagle International Airport or 140 Airport Spires Airport. And we got another Alaska aircraft up here. We have the Alaska 737 MAX 9, the Orca livery, and he'll be doing the flight out to Seattle today. Haven't seen this model in a while. Here we have the NG models American 737-800 in the One World livery. And he'll be doing the flight out to New York LaGuardia. And then we have the Gemini Jets American A319. This aircraft will be doing the flight out to Philadelphia. And then we have the American 737-800, and this aircraft will be doing the flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth. And we have the final American aircraft in today's video. Here we have the American Eagle CRJ-700, and this aircraft will be heading out to Washington National. And that's it for Terminal 1. And proceeding to some taxi aircraft between the terminals, here we have the Southwest 737-700 in the beautiful Maryland 1 livery. And this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Missouri Falls or Aviation MCI's airport. And then we have the JetBlue Airbus A320 in the Bark Hotel. And this aircraft will be heading out to Midwest Washington International Airport or Joe's Aviation's Airport. And moving on to Terminal 2, so we got some more subscriber routes coming up, and it's coming up right now. So over our next aircraft here, the Southwest 737-800 in the beautiful Tennessee 1 livery. And this aircraft has just arrived in from Phoenix or Daring Marks' airport, and he'll be soon doing another flight out to Oceanfront International Airport or Aviation 35's airport. Moving on to the next aircraft here, the Southwest 737-800 in the Hart livery. This aircraft just arrived in from, Dallas Luffield and be soon heading out to Austin in Texas. And then we have the Southwest 737-700 in the really dark Hart livery from NG model, so hopefully they'll do a release of this aircraft soon. So this aircraft has just arrived in from Milwaukee and be soon heading out to Columbus in Ohio. Moving on to the next aircraft here, the Southwest 737-800 in the Hart 2 livery from Panama. So what a beautiful model here. This aircraft, we'll say he has just arrived in from Oklahoma City and be soon heading out to Atlanta, Hartsville, Jackson. And then we have another Southwest 737-800. This 738 has just arrived in from Las Vegas and be soon heading out to Nashville. And then our next Southwest aircraft is just pulling into the gate. So this aircraft has just landed from Grand Rapids and be soon heading out to Minneapolis. So yeah. And proceeding on to our next aircraft here, we have the Spirit Airbus A321neo, and he's just arrived in from Detroit. Then we have the Spirit Airbus A320, and he's just arrived in from Myrtle Beach. Then we have the Sun Country 737-800. What a beautiful painted model. NG model. This is an NG model. Yeah, pretty rare one. One of the rarest models I got in my collection. And this aircraft will be heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. And then we have the Allegiant Airbus A319. He's just arrived in from, we'll say he's just arrived in from South Bend in Indiana. And we soon hang out to, we'll send him out to Grand Rapids in Michigan. And then we have the Breeze Airbus A220-300. He's just arrived in from Provo in Utah. And we soon be heading out to Mobile in Alabama. And then we have the Frontier Airbus A320neo. He's just arrived in from Minneapolis or Leo's Paper Aviation Airport, and be soon making a return flight out there. So that's it for Terminal 2. And we got some more taxiing aircraft between the terminals. So here we have the Delta E-175, and he's taxiing out to Raleigh-Durham. Here we have the Allegiant Airbus A320, and he will be doing the flight today out to Charlotte Concord. And then we have the Avelo 737-800, and he's just arrived in from Wilmington in Delaware. And we're soon doing the flight today out to New Haven, Connecticut. And proceeding on to Terminal 3, so starting with some Delta aircraft. Here we have Delta CRJ-900, and he will be doing the flight today out to Raleigh-Durham. Then we have the Delta 737-800, and this aircraft has just arrived in from Minneapolis or Decent Aviation Airport. We're soon making a return flight out there. And then we have the Delta 737-900ER, and this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to New York LaGuardia, so changing up the routes a little bit. Then we have the Delta Airbus A321neo, and this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Salt Lake City or Aviation 45's Airport. And then we have the Delta 757-200 in the Gen 1 configuration or the Transcon configuration. And this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to New York John F. Kennedy. Scratch that, he's actually going to Los Angeles, so yeah, we can say he arrived in from New York JFK. And then we had the Delta Airbus A350-900 in the Team USA livery, so I was hoping to have the LA-28 livery in this airport date, but unfortunately NG did not ship that aircraft to West Coast Diecast, my retailer, so I'll have to wait until January to feature that aircraft, so that's pretty unfortunate. I really was looking forward to including that model, but we just got Team USA for now, so this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Cape Town in South Africa or Airplane Niners Airport. And then moving on to our next aircraft, here we have the Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330-900neo, and this aircraft will be doing the flight today out to Manchester. Then we have the Korean Boeing 777-300ER, and he'll be heading out to Seoul Incheon International Airport in the next few hours. Just pushing back from the gate, here we have the SCS Airbus A350-900, and he will be doing the flight today out to Copenhagen. And then we have the Play Airbus A320neo, and he will be doing the flight today out to Reykjavik. Our last subscriber on today's video, here is the WestJet 737-MAX 8, and he'll be doing the flight today out to Calgary or Iku Plains Airport. And the final aircraft in today's airport day is this Flair Boeing 737-800, and this aircraft has just arrived in from St. John's, and we soon hang out to Kitchener-Waterloo. And that's it for Terminal 3. And alright folks, that does conclude today's airport date. Once again, this was the 39th Jacksonville Fictional Airport update. This was for December of 2024, so that's the last airport date of the year 2024, and it's the first year in a while which I've done a Jacksonville Fictional Airport update for every month, so we did not skip a month, so that's really good. So I got 12 of these airport dates out, and each of them was fairly different, so it is really exciting. So yeah, hopefully in the year 2025 we can further develop this airport and make it better than ever. And yeah, possibly, and maybe in the future I'll create a 1-200 counterpart to this airport as well, just to have an even more detailed airport. And yeah, so, and not much else to really say. So here is a content update for you guys. So right now I am on break, so I will be filming several videos that will come out over the next couple of weeks. So there will be the Model of the Year awards coming out next week, so it's gonna be a really exciting video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, so I'll be going over my top 10 most favorite models I've reviewed over this year, and you guys have voted for some of them, including the first one. Yeah, so yeah, because my followers on Instagram voted the #1 spot for that video, and yeah, so stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for whatever model that is. So yeah, so yes. Then after that day, we'll be doing another Norfolk International Airport day. Haven't done one in a little bit, so yeah, just haven't had the time to do one. So there will be a winter update that'll cover the entirety of winter. So only we'll be doing that series every season, so there'll be 4 per year. It's just because the airport doesn't really change on a monthly basis too much. But if there's a significant change, I'll do the monthly for a bit. So yeah. Then other than that, expect some more model reviews to come out soon, including several 140 and 200 models. So I'll be diving into more won 200 subjects. So I just reviewed that Southwest 747. So glad you guys enjoyed it. So I do have a few more 1 200 miles coming. I have 2 on order right now. So stay tuned for that. Yes, there's some pretty exciting subjects. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I do have a lot of exciting miles on order from NG and Panama, so stay tuned for that. And that's really it for the channel today. Not much else I really want to go over in today's video. So I'm JT Collin. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day, and I wish you a Merry Christmas.